Coming to you live from the Hill City, you're watching the ODAC Field Hockey Semifinals on LHSN as it's a battle between the Hornets to dictate who goes to the ODAC title match. Lynchburg welcomes Shenandoah to Schellenberger Field. We welcome you beside the press box, everybody. TJ Winger here to take you through all the fun as we want to say thank you for spending some time with us on your Thursday evening. Hey, two of the best teams in the country, two of the best teams in the conference. Will showcase some of the numbers entering today's match. And a battle between 18 and 19, you're looking at two of the top 13 scoring offense in the country, two of the top 25 defenses when it comes to goal against average, and also Shenandoah winners of their 5 of their last 6, including back-to-back wins against Randolph-Macon, most recently in the ODAC quarterfinals by a 3-1 final verdict. All while Lynchburg has put together a 7-game win streak, looking to make it 8 this evening. And there's plenty of names you need to know coming into today's contest. We'll start with the visiting Shenandoah Hornets. Mareed McKibben, how about a conference leader with 27 goals during the regular season, also led the way in the points department. And then flipping sides, you look at Emily Giannis, second for ODAC in goals this season, second on Lynchburg in goals with 14, just behind Marlou Vendricks with 15. But Emily Giannis just has a knack to find a way to make a big play in a big game. How about a hat trick against Roanoke? Also had a goal in the regular season finale against Eastern Mennonite. And the keeper's tasked with slowing down both those and plenty more. Taylor Swan, top 3 in the ODAC in both goal against average and save percentage, and a leader in both those metrics is Kayla Brady. Again, these two teams are loaded in just about every statistical category. Again, just some of the names you need to know. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, we'll introduce the starting 11 for both teams. Lynchburg hosts Shenandoah. Both Hornets looking to punch their ticket to the ODAC title contest.
My name is Davion Washington Jr. I have the honor of serving as the student body president. I have 5 little siblings. I'm the oldest of 6 siblings, and they look up to me. I'm setting the tone. I get to develop myself, make myself a better individual, but also I'm helping future generations, not even my family, but just future generations in general. I found my passion here. I found, the love for what I want to do. I just really had an amazing time here. It's changed, my outlook on life. You don't have to be famous to change lives. You don't have to be on the big screen or whatever. I change lives now, and I hope to continue to do that. Just same way that the University of Lynchburg has changed my life for the better.
All right, my name is Joshua Carr. I am a senior. I am a theater major as well as a history minor. I love the arts. I love acting. I love entertaining. I live in 5th Street, the historic black neighborhood. The money came in, transfer, scholarship, all that. I appreciate that greatly. I pay my own tuition. I ain't got no help. I pay everything myself. I mean, I'm smart too. So they were like, you smart, here, here. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that though. You come here to do a job. I came here to do a job. A student's job is to get that degree and make something of ourselves. We got everything for you. We got you a 24-hour library. You got these sorority fraternities. We got to shoot for you.
Welcome back to Schellenberger Field, getting set for our ODAC Field Hockey semifinal battle between the two Hornet programs inside the ODAC. Lynchburg hosting Shenandoah. We'll take this opportunity to introduce the starting lineup, starting with the visiting Shenandoah Hornets. And again, we talked about Mareed McKibben and how good she is, 27 goals, 62 points this season, but also the grad student Kelsey Jones, about 18 goals, 10 assists. Cassidy Morrison had 2 scores in the 3-1 win against Randolph-Macon. Offensive firepower left and right. Now let's switch and showcase the starting 11 for the Lynchburg Hornets. And another grad student you got to make mention of here is Brittany Clayball, but we also talked about in the open, Marlou Vendricks with 15 goals this season. That's a Lynchburg best. And Aaron Boatwright, certainly a player who can make an impact both in the back line as a defender, but also get a part of the offensive mix. But nonetheless, these are two of the best teams in the country. There's a reason this is a top 20 battle, and we'll have to wait and see who and where the ODAC championship game will be played. Obviously, this is the first of 2 semifinal contests later on tonight at 7 o'clock. The number 1 seed, Washington and Lee, welcomes number 4 seed, Roanoke, to Lexington, Virginia. If WNL were to win and advance, the winner of this contest heads to Lexington to take on the Generals for the opportunity to claim the conference tournament title. But if Roanoke plays spoiler, comes away with an upset, then the winner of this contest will host the ODAC title contest. Off the stick, a fair and winner, and out of play. Get our first look at the Lynchburg offense under 44th year head coach Enza Steele. 644 wins during her tenure with the Hornets to 243 losses and 11 ties. Won the conference 2 years back. Was the ODAC Coach of the Year that same season, and all told has won 21 ODAC titles. And on the other side, it's 10th year head coach Ashley Smeltzer-Kraft. Wife is Melissa Smeltzer-Kraft, of the women's basketball team. Two fantastic coaches, two different programs, of course, but for Smeltzer-Kraft, 126 wins to 60 losses and a 58-21 mark in conference play. And all in all, now 9-8. And postseason play, make that 10-8 after the win in the quarterfinals. Riley Cameron got us a loose ball just in front of Mairead McKibben. And you go back to when these two teams went head-to-head. That was on October 8th during the regular season. It was a 2-1 victory for Shenandoah, and that is the lone win for Shenandoah here at Schellenberger Field in program history. And it was a game where Lynchburg's able to get that first score of the contest. Came from Kessa Romero in the third quarter. But then 2 fourth-quarter scores from Shenandoah proved to be the difference. The first comes from McKibben. Then the game winner comes from Claudia Lenahan. And then there was a controversial no score later in the contest. It was hard to tell. It was a crowded play that, inside the shooting circle, it's almost impossible to tell whose stick made the last contact before it goes into the cage. But nonetheless, no goal was awarded to Lynchburg, and that brought that game to its final verdict, 2-1. And today becomes the 25th all-time meeting between the two sides. Lynchburg 22-2, and of course, coming off just that second loss all-time to Shenandoah in the regular season. And Lynchburg fell to Shenandoah in the regular season last year, then got revenge in the ODAC semis. If you're a Lynchburg fan, you're hoping history repeats itself. You're a Shenandoah fan, hoping to write a different story this evening. Boatwright has it ricochet off the stick of Cassidy Morrison. Again, the junior from Culpeper, Virginia, second-team All-ODAC selection last year. 15 goals this season, too, in the 3-1 win against Randolph-Macon. Entry from Winter makes it just to the top of the shooting circle, then off the stick of Lauren Tyre, far side. Able to keep it into the hands of the Shenandoah Hornets. Looked like it was McKibben who was dribbling. Sun setting. Cascading shadows left to right made it hard to see the number there. Lynchburg tries to get out and run. Emily Giannis stopped by Elise Velasquez, one of the best defenders in the ODAC. First team all-conference honoree last year, and now with 20 starts this season. They'll force Kelsey Jones back on the restart. Jones, also a first-team all-conference honoree last year. Second in the ODAC with 18 goals and top 5 in assists with 10. Spin back towards the center of the turf. Pass taken away. Mallory Lamb, the ever-impressive freshman, rolls it ahead off the stick of Giannis. This will at least flip the field. But out and running, Sarah McCollum was the first to it, then able to maintain possession, at least for a moment before Lynchburg. Then runs into a second defender, chips it into the shooting circle. Vendricks readies. Her shot deflected. Kessa Romero trying to get it back for the Hornets. Does just that. Whistle on the play. And possession will be given to Shenandoah. An eventful first run that we've seen from the Lynchburg offense, putting heavy pressure on that Shenandoah defense. And again, these two teams both rank in the top 13 when it comes to goals per game. And actually, Shenandoah, the top scoring offense in the country. 5.58 goals per contest, which is just unbelievable. Lynchburg, 13th in the country, a little less than 4 scores per game. And then Lynchburg, 25th in the country in goal against average. Shenandoah just a spot ahead of them at 24th. So no matter how you slice it, two of the best teams the country has to offer. Boatwright off the restart, fringe of the attacking third. Junior from Fredericksburg, Virginia, looking for McCollum. Pump fakes, then plays it into the shooting circle. Whistle will end the opportunity there for the hosting Hornets. Of course, this is your 2-3 seed matchup. Lynchburg had the first round bye. Shenandoah coming off the 3-1 win against Randolph-Macon, opening the scoring in that contest was Kelsey Jones, assisted by Madison Short, and it was actually Randolph-Macon who scored first, just like here, Lynchburg. The first to find the back of the cage. Two-seeded Lynchburg with the other early 1-0 lead, less than 5 minutes into the contest. As noted, two of the best offenses in the country, and it can happen this quick. Splitting the wickets of Swan. Last-second deflection for Shenandoah. They don't get the fortuitous hop. And it looks like Marlou Vendricks opens today's scoring. Freshman from the Netherlands. If it was indeed her score, it'd be her 7th of the last now 3+ games of action, her 16th in total on the year. Trying to feed Kelsey Jones. Couldn't reel in the pass. Mika Ochace in the starting 11 today for Coach Steele. 10th start of the season for another freshman hailing from the Netherlands. At midfield, Olivia Muir able to rip it away. Just in front of Lauren Tyre. Pass intended for Clayball. Broken up. Now a whistle. Lynchburg will play the advantage quick. Clayball dishes back near side. Vendricks trying to play it in the semicircle. Ball still live. McCullum trying to reel it in. Velasquez attempting to clear, but whistle and our first penalty corner of the contest on its way. So 1-0 Lynchburg. And the home Hornets offense not taking the foot off the gas. And I wouldn't expect you to see that at all throughout this contest. Again, it was a 1-0 lead for Lynchburg going into the fourth quarter. That then resulted in a 2-1 Shenandoah win. Clayball will insert. Pass goes top of the shooting circle. Cameron now dishes over. Here's Giannis. Readies. Shot wide left. But a nice opportunity coming off this set piece. And, again, you see this Lynchburg offense and what they're capable of. It's a Hornets team that came in the day third in the conference. Third in the conference in goal scorer, trying to find the shots metric. But both these teams, either way, well above that 20-plus shot per game mark. And actually, Lynchburg, 24 shots per game, shouldn't do a little over 24 shots per contest. Another whistle that goes against Shenandoah. Ochace just in front of midfield. Has Clayball. Met then by Velasquez. Now it's Shenandoah trying to play it quick. Pass goes forward. McKibben against the center of the Lynchburg defense. Then passes near side. Morrison trying to keep it in. Unable to do that. So now Lynchburg will have to build and cover the entire length of the turf. We'll take this opportunity to talk about Kayla Brady, the junior from Millsboro, Delaware. 20th start of the season. Top 25 in the country in goal against average at 1.11. And also top 25 in the country in save percentage at 78.7%. Simply put, the junior has been magnificent all year long. Brady able to come up with a save. It was McKibben as well as Morrison inside the shooting circle. So a nice stop from Brady, and it did look like McKibben was trying to set up Morrison. But nonetheless, Lynchburg trying to hold off a spirited run of the last couple of minutes from the Shenandoah offense. Take another look. Brady, after the deflection from McKibben, able to break it up, and then after that it looked like McKibben was going to try to find a way to feed Morrison. Boatwright carries forward. Looks to midfield. Pass a little behind McCollum. Instead, it's gathered by Madison Short, freshman from Bridgeville, Delaware. Back across midfield. Morrison met by Boatwright. Kelsey Jones sends the aerial towards McKibben. Broken up by Ochace. Successful clear. Taken away by Romero, at least for a moment. Call Lynchburg for the foul. Romero was the goal scorer in the 2-1 loss for Lynchburg. And Look at her production down the end of the season, the senior from Gloucester, Virginia. How about 7 goals to end the year? 4 coming in the final 3 contests, and in total 5 spanning the final 4 games played in the regular season. So Romero picking up the offensive production when it matters most. As both teams obviously looking to find their best brand of field hockey headed in the postseason. Short. Finds the foot of Vendricks. So short again on the restart. Trying to find Winter, deflected away by Lynchburg. A little more than 5 to play here in the first quarter. Shenandoah still looking for the equalizer. And it was indeed Vendricks credited the goal. Only one we've seen so far. Shenandoah just outside the shooting circle, or maybe just inside of it. Penalty corner, first of the day for Shenandoah. And here's a prime scoring chance for the visiting Hornets to tie us up. It'll be Short to insert, freshman, 6th in the conference with 9 assists this year. McKibben stands at the top of the shooting circle, just to the right of Jones. Insert, played in. Jones, shot deflected up. Lamb there to defend. Jones able to get it back. Tries a second time, kicked away by Brady. Boatwright looking to clear. More whistles on the play. Call goes against Shenandoah. Lynchburg wastes no time. Clay ball to Romero, brings it across midfield, just in front of Winter. Pass finds its way to Emily Giannis. Giannis breaks to her right. Couldn't find space against the second defender. But with just 3 passes, 1 to Clayball, then Romero. Last one goes to Giannis. Lynchburg able to cover the length of the turf, and now Shenandoah forced to build up the length of the fields. And that center back that's faced a ton of pressure is Gianna Guido, the sophomore from Camden, Delaware. Her plus Velasquez and Jones. That center back holding mid, and then Kelsey Jones plays just about everywhere on the field. Those 3 will be paramount for Shenandoah, especially down by a score. Not only generating stops, but getting the ball quickly out in front to the likes of Morrison and McKibben and those forwards that do a whole lot of the legwork for the Shenandoah offense. Kelsey Jones a part of that as well, of course. A chase. Swarmed by 3 Shenandoah defenders. Has Clayball. Pass left out in front of Romero. Clear comes from Winter. McKibben looking to find Morrison. Pass deflected off a Lynchburg body. Now an aerial. Thought they might call a dangerous ball. Looked like players had the same assumption instead. Nice move comes from Lenahan. Again, had the game winner back on October 8th. Looking to check into the next opportunity, Riley Weinfordner. Sophomore saw a ton of playing time last year, been a reserve that's seen her way into 15 games this season. Giannis trying to get it into the shooting circle. Had it deflected. Possession stays with Lynchburg. Lamb controls far side. Swing and a miss from Vendricks. Loose ball ricochets back out to Lamb. Again, trying to feed Vendricks. Shenandoah gets it outside the semicircle. McKibben stands in front of Muir. Trying to work up the far sideline. As Weinfordner now checks in for Lynchburg. Speaking of Weinfordner, has it for a moment for Lynchburg. Eyeing Vendricks, top of the shooting circle. Weinfordner with it once more. Gets past Jones. Second defender's tire. Whistle on the play. That'll end that opportunity for Lynchburg. Shenandoah trying to find McKibben just in front of midfield with the aerial. Foul goes against Lynchburg. Now Shenandoah just in front of midfield. Jones has her pass broken up. Weinfordner connects with Romero. Able to get past Winter. Now trying to cross to her right. Foul goes against Shenandoah. Romero elects to play it back. Here's Boatwright. Move to her left. Boatwright just in front of the end line. Trying to play it in the shooting circle. Had it deflected. Then trying to plead her case for a call. And ultimately Lynchburg is awarded the penalty corner. Second of the contest for the number 19 team in the country. Again, it's Clayball to insert. With Emily Giannis on the near side wing. Top of the shooting circle features Riley Cameron, Aaron Boatwright, and Kessa Romero. The first penalty corner, it was an entry to Cameron who then dished over to Giannis. This time, it's given to Cameron. Now for Boatwright, shot deflected. Nice save from Swan. And Clayball nearly able to make it 2-0 Lynchburg. Instead, just leaves it wide left. Again, for Swan, it was 12 saves in that 2-1 win back in October. And that is good for a career high. And Shenandoah down a score will need a similar performance from Swan, especially if Lynchburg is able to maintain this high level of time of possession, controlling the pace of play, and currently a 4-3 Lynchburg shot advantage against Shenandoah. It's Cameron able to take it away from Morrison. Clear comes up the near sideline. Goes out just in front of midfield. Here's Short. Pass goes to Jones. Trying to feed Winter. In the final seconds of the first quarter. Wind off the clock. 1-0 through the first 15 minutes. Marlu Vendricks opens up today's scoring. We'll step aside when we come back. We'll have the second set of 15 between the number 18 Shenandoah and number 19 Lynchburg in the ODAC semifinals. Don't go anywhere. You're watching a battle between the Hornets to see who goes to the ODAC title game.
This is the dough. It's wicked cute. It's always so pretty.
My name is Alexis Fabula. I major in criminology and I double minor in psychology and criminal forensics. My favorite part about Lynchburg is the friends that I've come to have. It's helped me come out of my shell more, and it's helped me become the person I am and the student I am. I really enjoyed how small the campus was, and I also really enjoy how small the class sizes are. It made me feel like I was gonna be more engaged than I would at a bigger campus. If someone was on the fence of coming to the University of Lynchburg, I would definitely love to sit down and have a conversation with them, because I'm forever grateful that I made this choice. It's definitely something that a student wouldn't regret. Out of my 4 years here, I've not had one bad experience. I've had a great 4 years, and I'm gonna be very sad to go.
Welcome back to Lynchburg, Virginia. Made it through the first quarter. Marlu Vendricks has Lynchburg out in front of Shenandoah 1-0. We'll run you down the stat sheet. 4-3 shots advantage for the hosting Hornets against the visiting Hornets, and that's resulted in a 3-2 edge in the shots on goal department for Lynchburg over Shenandoah. 2 saves so far for both sides, and then a 2-1 penalty corner edge for the hosting Lynchburg Hornets. We're set, and the second quarter now underway. Looking to find out who will make it to the ODAC title contest, and will take on either Washington and Lee or Roanoke. That game again will be played at 7 o'clock tonight in Lexington, Virginia. Lynchburg elects to build across the back line. Cameron completes the reverse, swings far side. Muir has it come off her stick to Hot. Tyre stands in front of 2 Lynchburg defenders. Whistle on the play. Lynchburg plays it quick on the advantage. Muir with Jones to her left. Pass broken up. Jones now has it for Shenandoah. Playing it forward. Tyre. Now gives to McKibben, who breaks left against Riley Cameron. Trying to hit the brakes and bring it back right. Then lost control right as McKibben entered the shooting circle. But the result of the play is going to be a penalty corner for Shenandoah. Second of the contest for Coach Ashley Smetzler Craft and Company. Again, it's Madison Short to insert. Insert goes to Jones, top of the shooting circle, then dished out left side. Shot left off frame. It was Farron Winter, the junior from Gloucester, Virginia. 20th start of the season, 9 goals, 12 assists, which is first in the ODAC. But Winter takes the fourth shot of the day, leaves it off mark of the cage as Lynchburg trying to find Franka Varanak. Rolls past her stack and backing up the play, It was Sydney Rowe. Lost control for just a moment. Nice defensive effort from Short. Long ricochet goes out to Romero. Works her way just in front of the shooting circle. Whistle. Lynchburg have it just in front. Again, the shooting circle. Romero controls. Jones defends. Two all ODAC first team selections last year. Boatwright makes it through traffic, and now it's Giannis looking to track down the loose ball, nearly collided with one of our officials. Shenandoah goes to the aerial. Nothing more than for the visiting Hornets. Weinfordner attracts the attention of two defenders. Foul goes against Shenandoah. Pass goes to Giannis. Ricocheted away now. Swan steps up, gets the kick save. Weinfordner a step away from tracking it down, but as she got to the loose ball outside the shooting circle, whistle on the play, and Shenandoah has possession. Trying to find Morrison in transition, especially as Boatwright had just come up and tried to intercept a pass. Once she's out of the picture, I like the idea there from Shenandoah. Get a player in the space normally occupied by Boatwright and run, but Riley Cameron does a nice job rotating over, making sure that space is occupied and takes away the open opportunity potentially there for Shenandoah. But Shenandoah with possession before Cameron takes it right back for Lynchburg. Looking to get past Jones, carries all the way up towards midfield before Jones rips it right back. Shenandoah sees their grad student, best 3 defenders, gets the pass off. McKibben slid it past Brady and then tapping it home. Shenandoah has its equalizer. Looked like Morrison who finished off the play. A 1-1 your score with a little more than 11 minutes to go in the first half. Let's take another look and find out this goal scorer. McKibben, again, just between the wickets and then tapping it in. Instead of Morrison, that looks like Mackenzie Watkins, freshman from Fredericksburg, Virginia. If it is indeed Watkins, that would be her second of the season. And it is indeed Mackenzie Watkins' second score of the season. With all the Shenandoah firepower, Watkins would not have been the name I would have pulled out of a hat. But nonetheless, if you're a Shenandoah fan, you got the results you needed. We're tied up 1-1. Now if you're a Shenandoah fan, you're hoping to turn that score into some more momentum on your side. Meanwhile, Lynchburg looking to retaliate. Weinfordner able to get it through to Lamb. Eyes Sydney Rowe. The freshman-to-freshman connection. Ultimately off of stick of Rowe and then out of play on the end line. Velasquez Nice pass, reeled in stride. Now one more. Spin, a look towards McKibben. Broken up by Cameron. Connects with Romero, who evades Winter. Now it's Jones stepping up as the second defender, chipping it forward. Cassidy Morrison feels the rush from behind from Weinfordner. Looking left. Somehow that pass reeled in by Elizabeth Randberger. All ODAC third-team selection, and Randberger takes the shot, leaves it off frame. Lamb sent down to the turf. Lynchburg faithful in attendance here in the Hill City voiced their displeasure, wanting more than just the foul. That's all they'll have as Lauren Tyre looks on from midfield, waiting to check in for Shenandoah. As again, visiting Hornets with a win possession at midfield, and are looking to immediately turn that into a run in transition. That's been one of the major differences. You look at the first quarter, and then now here in the second quarter, when it comes to winning possession at midfield, that's where it all come down to today. Lynchburg with a decisive advantage to the first quarter, and Shenandoah has been able to turn the tides in that department. Gotten the score to prove it. Knotted up 1-1. Weinfordner finds space against Velasquez. Connects with Romero, Giannis, just in front of Mallory Hollop, freshman from Yorktown, Virginia. Another one of those busy defenders this evening for Shenandoah. Muir trying to play it to the shooting circle. Whistle on the play. Ends the opportunity there for Lynchburg. Lynchburg at home this season. How about a home record of 6-2? Of course, one of those two losses coming against Shenandoah, and it was the first all-time win for the Shenandoah Hornets here on Schellenberger Field. Now looking to string together a second. That's how you build a win streak. And, of course, the ultimate goal here is whoever comes out on top of this top 20 clash, they get either Washington and Lee or Roanoke in the title contest. Nice job, Lamb, settling down the aerial. Romero lost control. Boatwright, defended by McKibben, assisted by Madison Short, who did a good job taking it away from Romero, slowing down Lynchburg attack. Weinfordner watches it go out near sideline. Winter, big hack, and this will certainly flip the field. Successful clear, 2 subs on for Lynchburg, and it's Sarah McCullum in addition to Brooke Highland checking on, and now Lauren Tyre. Subs on for the goal scorer for Shenandoah, Mackenzie Watkins. So some fresh legs take the turf for both teams. 6.5 to go here in the first half. Jones has her pass deflected by Claybaugh. Highland, fresh after checking in, returns the favor. Claybaugh has it poked away at the last minute. Guido, the big stop, then the clear. And if Claybaugh was able to evade Guido, then you're talking about a potential 3-on-1 plus the keeper, so call it a 3-on-2 the other way. And prime scoring opportunity for Lynchburg looking to retake the lead. Shenandoah generates another turnover right at midfield. Again, that's been the biggest difference between quarter one and quarter two. Foul goes against Lynchburg. Arrow goes to Jones. Pass comes near side Winter, now inside the shooting circle. Spin against Romero, chips it up towards frame. Giannis got a stick on it, whistle on the play, and the referee Talking to Aaron Boatwright at the end of that play, and I do believe actually it was Boatwright who got her stick up and on it, that or Olivia Van Meter. But either way, result is the same. Another penalty corner chance for Shenandoah, and now an opportunity for the visiting Hornets to claim their first lead of the day. Short. Inserts for a third time, and again it goes to Jones. Feeds Morrison. Sends it towards Brady, who kicks it out. Take another look. It's been that same setup to begin every set-piece opportunity. But here, Morrison takes the shot. Nice kick save comes from Kayla Brady. At this point in the contest, now 4 saves for the junior. Winter has her pass deflected. Morrison able to get it back. Opportunity inside the shooting circle before Weinford does a good job keeping her stick on the ground and comes up with a big stop for Lynchburg. Vendricks chips to midfield. Taken away by Velasquez. Vendricks wins it right back. Able to connect with McCullum. No numbers advantage for Lynchburg, and Jones pokes her stick in from behind. Another turnover created by the Shenandoah defense. Pass goes ahead to Tyre. Tyre working to her right. Morrison feeds to McGibbon, working to her left. Shot denied by Kayla Brady. Then the clear from Olivia Muir. Great footwork there from Kayla Brady. Never pause for a second on that play. Take another look. And a nice passing sequence, might I add, but that makes the stop that much more impressive because there's plenty of keepers where that type of passing, the ball moving that quick, that results in a score. But Brady, again, great footwork, continues to move, and comes up with now save 5 of her afternoon. Errant pass for Lynchburg. That puts Shenandoah right back to the attacking third. Subs waiting to check on for both sides. Mika Oakchase at midfield for the Hornets. Meanwhile, it's Elizabeth Randberger next to Mackenzie Watkins, waiting to check in for Shenandoah as Romero just in front of Winter. Slows down the pace. Now looks long, trying to find Highland off of her stick, then out of play. Highland, a junior from Glen Gardner, New Jersey, 13th game played. No goals yet, but does have 3 assists and certainly has the capability as the player find the back of the cage. Lamb lost control right at midfield. Weinfordner looking to get it back. Foul goes against Lynchburg. Jones trying to nudge it towards Morrison. Now the whistle goes against Shenandoah. Muir looking for Highland almost immediately. McCullum can't split 2 defenders. Velasquez gets the pass up just before McCullum trying to poke it away from behind. The 2 Shenandoah subs now check on. Oche still at midfield. And of course, one of those 2 subs top the offensive formation on the near side. It's Watkins at the equalizer for Shenandoah this quarter. Jones continues to be a thorn in the Lynchburg side. Claybaugh has Highland at midfield. Pass goes to McCullum. Hard ricochet off of her stick. Long bounce allowed Velasquez to cover the necessary ground. And now Lynchburg will have Oche's sub in for Kessa Romero. Cameron forced to step up. Couldn't clear. McKibben, though, nearly had a breakaway opportunity. But it took such a high hop, she couldn't get a stick on it. If you're a Lynchburg fan, a bit of a fortunate hop there. Otherwise, it would have been McKibben versus Brady one-on-one. And a player with 27 goals, as good as Brady's been, that's a tough call to answer. Lamb trying to play to the shooting circle. Hard ricochet. Whistle ends the run there for Lynchburg. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Lamb again wins it back for Lynchburg, then clears out far sideline. Flung to midfield, Weinfordner, then Muir, Utchase, and the buzzer sounds, bringing a close to the first half of action. Lynchburg scores in the first quarter, Shenandoah responds in the second, and that means we're knotted up through 30 minutes of play between two top 20 teams in the country. What more could you ask for? We're going to step aside when we come back. We'll give you the first half stats, both from a team and individual basis, and then we'll take a look at the ODAC postseason tournament and talk about potential title situations. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Shenandoah and Lynchburg. Both teams looking to punch their ticket to the ODAC title match.
Get your career in the game by enrolling in the University of Lynchburg MBA program with an emphasis in sport management. This program opens the doors to new possibilities for a variety of careers, from being an athletic director or working in athletic administration to working for professional organizations, your favorite team, to running a local Parks and Rec department. And employers are increasingly requesting and preferring individuals who have postgraduate education, specifically looking for an MBA. And so the University of Lynchburg Sport Management concentration in the MBA program sets you up for success, and it sets you apart from the many other people looking for jobs in the industry. Learn from winners. Here you will learn from professors and mentors who have spent their careers doing exactly what you want to do. Increase your marketability in an $83 billion industry. If you have a 3.0 GPA, the GMAT is waived. There's no application fee, admissions occurs on a rolling basis, and our online program is ideal for working adults. When you enroll in this program, you enroll in the opportunity to learn from the best of the best. Your professors have a wealth of experience working in the sport industry that they share with you in the classroom setting. Get in the game by getting your MBA with a sport management concentration at the University of Lynchburg. Just you know, Hollywood, here I come. Hey, I meant, yeah.
The real Lindsay Piper's here.
Autographs there later.
When creating a sustainable future, your choices matter, even your choice of a college. The University of Lynchburg is the first college in Virginia to go carbon neutral. Our dining hall is green restaurant certified. We compost all of our food waste and purchase our electricity from landfill gas. Now we're turning a hazardous lake into a thriving urban wetland. When you choose Lynchburg, you leave a smaller footprint while building a better tomorrow.
At the University of Lynchburg, we've lowered our tuition, so you get a better value for a great education. Come see our campus for yourself.
My name is Davion Washington Jr. I have the honor of serving as the student body president. I have 5 little siblings. I'm the oldest of 6 siblings, and they look up to me. I'm setting the tone. I get to develop myself, make myself a better individual, but also I'm helping future generations, not even my family, but just future generations in general. I found my passion here. I found, the love for what I want to do. I just really had an amazing time here. It's changed, my outlook on life. You don't have to be famous to change lives. You don't have to be on the big screen or whatever. I change lives now, and I hope to continue to do that. Just same way that the University of Lynchburg has changed my life for the better.
All right, my name is Joshua Carr. I am a senior. I am a theater major as well as a history minor. I love the arts. I love acting. I love entertaining. I live in 5th Street, the historic black neighborhood. The money came in, transfer, scholarship, all that. I appreciate that greatly. I pay my own tuition. I ain't got no help. I pay everything myself. I mean, I'm smart too. So they were like, you smart, here. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that though. You come here to do a job. I came here to do a job. A student's job is to get that degree and make something of ourselves. We got everything for you. We got you a 24-hour library. You got these sorority fraternities. We got the shoot for you. Is you gonna put it on? That's how University of Lynchburg is. Success is in the details. You know what I'm saying? It's like you learn it, know better, do better. What I love is they allow us to speak. They want our voices to be heard. They want us to talk. They want us to bring up the discomfort. They respect our point of views. They respect Black Lives Matter. They respect the LGBT community. They respect those, you know what I'm saying? That's what I love about my school. They respect that and they allow us to showcase and voice our expressions. I love the diversity here. I love the different interests of people here. I can act, dance, sing, box, play football. I can do it all, you know what I'm saying? I can teach somebody that doesn't know what I know, and that person can teach me something that I don't know that they know. That's what you get here. You get diversity, you get different people with different knowledge coming together, sharing information and helping each other out. That's what I love. That's why I say people. I love the people here. College, think about it. If it's not for you, fall back. If it's for you, go further with it. And University of Lynchburg will be that choice. It's gonna be right there. They're gonna make the shoe. They're gonna do what it do. It's up for you to put that shoe on. So that's what I say.
It's halftime in the Hill City, 1-1 your score, knotted up between Shenandoah and Lynchburg. Of course, winner of this contest will take on either Washington Elite or Roanoke for the opportunity to be the ODAC tournament champions. Run you through some of the halftime stats here, and even across a lot of these numbers. And you look at the first quarter, Lynchburg ends that first set of 15 with a one-shot advantage, and then that swings all the way back the other way, and it's actually a two-shot advantage at halftime for Shenandoah, and it really speaks to, again, something I started to talk about in that second quarter. Battle at midfield, who was winning possession? That flip from Lynchburg having the edge in the first quarter to Shenandoah becoming the decisive team with an edge there in the second set of 15. That resulted in the 9-shot, 6-on-goal for the Hornets, and then even the 3-2 penalty corner advantage. We'll run you through some of the individual numbers, starting with the keepers. Taylor Swan has seen 4 shots on goal, relented the 1 score, come up with 3 saves. Caleb Brady on the other side has faced 6 shots on frame, has 5 saves, and then the 1 goal allowed. And when it comes to shot takers, leading the way for Lynchburg, Sydney Rowe has 3, one of which is on goal. Emily Yanis, Aaron Boatwright, Brittany Clayball, and Marlu Vendricks, who of course is the goal scorer for Lynchburg, all have taken 1 shot. On the other side for Shenandoah, Mairead McKibben with 2 shots there in the first half, and then Kelsey Jones, Cassidy Borison, Mackenzie Watkins, who's the goal scorer for Shenandoah, and Elizabeth Randberger all have taken a shot. Those are just some of the numbers. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, second half field hockey between Lynchburg and Shenandoah coming to you on LHSN.
Want to have some outdoor adventures while getting a degree at the same time? At the University of Lynchburg, we have an on-campus zip line and rose course. Plus, we offer adventure trips that cost less than a cup of coffee. And did I mention our beautiful scenery? We're a university for students looking for something more than just books. Welcome to your new adventure experience.
This is the dough. It's wicked cute. It's always so pretty.
Every great college has a great city. For Lynchburg, we are near urban areas with lots of restaurants, shopping, and events. Plus, we are one of the top schools in the area. Come see for yourself.
Getting set for quarter number 3 between Lynchburg and Shenandoah. There are some of the first half stats, and we'll see how those differ and change, and especially with the complexion of how this second half plays as Lynchburg trying to get out and run quick. Kessa Romero down the center of the Shenandoah defense, breaking left in front of Velasquez. Inside the shooting circle, Vendricks working her way towards the cage, but whistle on the play, setting up a penalty corner for Lynchburg. We saw 2 in the first half. Here comes the first of the second half for either side. Third overall today for Lynchburg. On the set piece opportunity, Lynchburg retakes the lead. The home Hornets open scoring in the first quarter and now open up our second half scoring. 2-1. Less or just over 30 seconds into the third quarter, getting underway. Shenandoah now back where they were in the second quarter, having to play from behind. Now they did that very effectively, and again, that second quarter felt like a much different set of 15 minutes versus the first quarter. And we'll see if Shenandoah is able to do the same thing. It was a 2-1 win for Shenandoah in the regular season. That's our current score here in postseason action. Kelsey Jones dishes near side, caught in stride by Lenahan. Played forward, here's Tyre. Stands in front of Riley Cameron, and the sun continues to set here in Lynchburg. That will continue to be a key factor throughout the rest of this contest. You even saw in the first half there were multiple times where Lynchburg keeper between the posts where now Taylor Swan is having to put her hands up and block out the sun, and I wonder if that played any part of the factor of the goal she gave up, and I wonder if here in the second half that might have played a part, and Swan giving up the second score of the day. Lynchburg called for the foul, so it'll be Jones on the restart. Going aerial, trying to find McKibben. Connects, reels in the pass, now inside the shooting circle in front of Cameron. Pass off the mark. Claybaugh, stopped by Jones, able to reclaim possession. Best Winter flips forward. Here's Vendricks with a head of steam, working towards the shooting circle. Stopped then by Guido. Spins, leaves the pass behind Romero. Mallory Lamb doesn't give up on the play, however. It's the first one to the pass that was left behind Romero. Now trying to back down Jones, works to her left, brings it right, passes to nobody for Lynchburg. That go-ahead score for Lynchburg, by the way, a credit to Erin Boatwright, 6th of the season for the junior, and the assist given to Brittany Claybaugh. That is good for her 7th of the year. So for Lynchburg, it's Vendricks and Boatwright as the go scorers, and the assist coming from McCollum and Claybaugh, respectively. Tyre, 1-on-1 against Cameron. The junior from New Jersey reclaims possession for Lynchburg. Carries it across midfield. Trying to get the pass off to Claybaugh. Jones there to break it up. Trying to find Morrison. This time contested by Utchase. Trying to find Romero. Does just that. Romero takes the shot, leaves it wide right. Inside the shooting circle was Vendricks and Giannis. There you see Romero, senior who scored 4 times over the prior 3 contests. Her first goal of the year came against Shenandoah back on October 8th. Tyre. Slowed down by Lamb. Second defender comes. It's Muir taking it away. Muir leads Weinfordner right to midfield, who then hits the brakes, brings it back to her right. Good pass forward. Hauled in by Romero. Lynchburg run erodes from that point on, but we've seen multiple times this evening where the home Hornets 2 or 3 passes been able to cover the length of the turf. Velasquez there to defend. Whistle goes against Shenandoah. Now a foul going against Lynchburg. It was Romero controlling just outside the shooting circle. Boatwright. Give and go between her and Velasquez. 2 teams trade possession. Boatwright goes to the aerial. Gets it up and over the head of Winters. A whistle. Gives possession back to Shenandoah. Weinfordner. Pass left out in front of Muir. Missed opportunity now that puts Shenandoah in Lynchburg territory. And the visiting Hornets take advantage. From McClanahan to McKibben. Then the pass. A step in front of a second forward coming on, and Boatwright was there to clear. Looked like it was Morrison who was stepping up and maybe a half second away from being able to tap it home. So Boatwright, right place, right time, keeps us at 2-1. Deflected off the stick of Hollop. Lamb trying to find Romero. Goes past her stick. Vendricks is backing up the play. Jones attempts to clear. Trying to connect with Tyre. It's taken away for a moment by Muir. McClanahan gets it right back for Shenandoah before Lamb rips it away from McKibben. Giannis working against Hullop. Second defender's Velasquez. Attempting to pass it inside the semicircle. Giannis instead sends it out of play. Our Lynchburg player to watch hasn't yet found the back of the cage. 4 scores of the last 2 contests, including a hat trick and a 5-2 win against Roanoke. Nonetheless, the presence that Giannis has, top 6 in the ODAC when it comes to goals scored, 14 entering today's play, it draws so much attention from opposing defenses and makes the lives of a Marlou Vendricks, a Sarah McCollum, and Brittany Clayball, and so on and so forth that much easier. Aerial goes to Kelsey Jones. Whistle on the play goes against Lynchburg. Now Jones, through ball. She has McKibben. McKibben and Cameron both hit the deck. Foul on the play goes against Lynchburg. Jones plays it inside the shooting circle. Finds Cameron. Looks for Giannis as the outlet. Senior can't haul in the pass. Hollop. Feeds McClanahan. 2 defenders, including Lamb. The second being Giannis. Loose ball rolled out on the near sideline. Lynchburg will have Olivia Muir. Start up play. Start up the possession for Lynchburg, and Muir has to go out. Once again, sit down on the near sideline. Play kind of starting to become more congested here. On the left side of Schellenberger Field. Off the restart, Jones. Trying to find Morrison. Pass was tipped just enough for Lynchburg to get a clear. The clear goes to Velasquez. 2 defenders, one on either side. Romero takes it away. More whistles. Another foul that goes against Shenandoah. Guido, the center back. Forward for Velasquez. Leaves the pass near side. Just a little soft. Trying to get it to McClanahan, but it opened the window for Muir to step up and try to make a play. Heavily contested by both sides. Contact, but no whistle. Laid off. Now returned. Whistle. Penalty corner inbound for Shenandoah. Fourth of the contest for the visiting Hornets. Clock stops with 4:45 to go in the third. Inserting is short. Once again, entry pass goes to Jones. Dishes out, far side. Shot taken by Winter. Deflected. Brady slides back into frame and rejects the second chance opportunity. Massive stop for Lynchburg, and 2-1 we remain. Take another look. Just got up and over the shoulder and then down on all fours, sliding in. Brady takes away the shot chance from that near side back post. It's always so tough as a keeper because you always know, even going back to the goals so far that we've seen from Shenandoah, it was a ball like just eked past Brady, and then someone's on that back post behind her tapping it in, and very nearly happened once more. But Brady, big key to her successes. Learned from the time she's been bested this season. Came of the day with 74 saves on the year. She's got 6 this afternoon. So put the junior to a total of 80 stops so far this season. And I think last year, if memory serves, less than 30 saves for then sophomore Kayla Brady. And she was great last year. Brady was very impressive as a first-year starter, but has taken her game to a whole nother level this season. And looking to hold on. Lynchburg leads 2-1. Eyeing the opportunity to take on Washington and Lee or Roanoke. Those two teams will get underway at 7 o'clock this evening. If Roanoke comes away with the upset, then the winner of this contest will host the ODAC title match. If Washington and Lee comes out on top over the Maroons, then winner of this contest will play at Washington and Lee for chance to be the conference titles. Pass taken away by Velasquez. Morrison taps it towards near side. Clear attempt comes from Muir. Led too strong in front of Lamb. Jones finds McKibben. 2 defenders, 1 in front, and then 1 to her side. Tapped out on the end line. Jones on the restart. Velasquez plays it into the shooting circle. Tapped up by Utchase. The attempt to clear, broken up, whistle. Will keep possession with Lynchburg. Jones, marked up by Claybaugh. The grad student versus grad student match has been a fun one to watch. They both kind of serve that similar role, connecting the back lines to the forwards. Boatwright. Now it's Romero. Swung. Forward for Lamb. With real estate in front of her, now Velasquez closes in. Lamb breaks to her left. Now slows down the tempo. Sent out of play, they'll stop the clock. Minute and 8 seconds to go. And a yellow card being dished out to Claudia Lenahan, who had the game winner. The regular season matchup between these two teams. So 1:08 to go here in the third quarter. Lenahan checks to the sideline after the yellow. Sub on for Shenandoah. Freshly checking in now is Mackenzie Watkins, the lone goal scorer for the visiting Hornets. And comes on for Lauren Tyre. That's been the rotation pretty much the entire contest. Muir just outside the attacking third for Lynchburg. Trying to return the favor back to Lamb. Still time for at least one more opportunity. Both teams. Velasquez attempts to clear. Ball makes its way back inside the shooting circle. Vendricks got it up and over Swan. Chipped up, and then Guido taps it down and clears out to the far side. Total team effort for Shenandoah. Come up with a stop as Vendricks and Swan, again, collided. Both hit the deck. Look to both be okay. Take another look. Didn't look to be anything malicious. Instead, two players both trying to go hard. And actually looked like Swan came up with a stop, and then Vendricks got tripped up thereafter. No room for Watkins, taking on 4 different Lynchburg defenders, and that will be how the third quarter closes. Lynchburg scores in the first and the third, with the middle coming from Shenandoah in the second quarter. All that to say, 2-1 heading into the final stanza between Lynchburg and Shenandoah. Don't go anywhere. A lot more fun to be had in a battle between the Hornets on LHSN.
Be a physical therapist probably starting about halfway through college. I love the concept that exercise is medicine. We're starting to discover that exercise really can remedy many of the things that we thought that only surgery or only drugs could remedy in the past. When the student comes here, it's because we believe in them, it's because we want them here, it's because we believe they'll be successful. The faculty here are devoted to their development, not only academically, but also professionally. We're not so inundated with things that we don't have time to make students one of our highest priorities. We have your back. We're gonna help you through that. If you're willing to work, then we're willing to put the work into it and the effort to help you succeed.
Shenandoah trailed going into the fourth quarter in the regular season contest 1-0, and here today they trail 2-1, looking to lean on some late offense and trying to make it 2 road wins at Schellenberger Field this season. Before this year, Shenandoah had never beaten Lynchburg on Schellenberger's turf, but did it successfully in the regular season, now looking to do it in the postseason. We'll run you down the stat sheets we get set for the final set of 15, unless, of course, we have overtime. But the shots department, 11-10 edge for Shenandoah, but Lynchburg able to cut that margin down to just a 1-shot difference, and it's an 8-6 shot on goal advantage for the visiting Hornets over the hosting Hornets. 6 saves for keeper Caleb Brady, 3 for Taylor Swan, 4 penalty corners for Shenandoah to just 3 for the Lynchburg Hornets. Battle between 2 top 20 teams, the 2-3 matchup in the ODAC tournament field. And, of course, you're playing for the opportunity to make it to the conference title match. Need I say more? It's been an entertaining 25th all-time meeting, and I wouldn't expect anything to change here in the fourth quarter of action. Lynchburg has it to start. The sun continues to set in the Hill City. And now no shadows cascading on the turf, so it does feel like the sun is now not necessarily a huge factor for keeper Taylor Swan, especially considering or comparing it to what it was in the third quarter where Swan relented her second score of the day. There's a look from the near side corner as that sun has started to make its way just down below those trees. So the lights have been flicked on. And we wait for Riley Weinfordner eyeing Clayball at the top of the shooting circle, and the clear comes from Velasquez. Sent straight to 10th-year head coach Ashley Smeltzer-Kraft, who had to love the fight and tenacity that her team played with in the fourth quarter back on October 8th, and hoping to see something similar this evening. Watkins wins possession for Shenandoah, able to take it away just in front of Olivia Muir. McKibben puts the dribble moves on display, now trying to thread the needle forward for Morrison. Pass broken up by Cameron. Rolled ahead for Giannis. Our Lynchburg player to watch. Not one of the two goal scorers. Instead, it's Vendricks and Boatwright who have found the back of the cage. Whistle on the play goes against Lynchburg. Now the whistle goes against Shenandoah. Muir trying to feed Giannis as quick as she can. Now it's Sydney Rowe putting pressure on Mallory Hollop. Aerial from Hollop. Flick towards midfield. McKibben didn't appear to be looking for it. Now plays it off the restart. Looks like Utje's the last to touch it. Kelsey Jones to start up near side. Aerial towards Morrison. Junior able to settle it down. Now it gets past Lamb. Continues to work to her right. Stands in front of Cameron. Centered it up really well, but no one's there to tap it home for Shenandoah. Closest to it would have been McKibben, but was well out of reach. What could have served as a nice entry pass. Shenandoah looking for the equalizer. We've had a goal in each quarter. Lynchburg scores in the odd. First and third quarter, simply put, and then Shenandoah scored in the second. Weinfordner rolls it forward for the freshman, Sydney Rowe. Rowe against Guido. Here comes a second defender. Across. Sent out on the end line. They get a shot of Sydney Rowe. 7 goals and assists so far this season for the Millersville, Maryland native. Weinfordner. Been a big part of the offensive mix this evening for Lynchburg. Jones trying to find Watkins. Clayball takes it away for Coach Steele and the Lynchburg Hornets. Top of the shooting circle. Romero turns, fires. Kicked away by Swan. Clayball trying to return it to Romero and sees a second chance opportunity, but unable to do just that. Lynchburg will still have possession at the attacking third. Here's the save, sliding in as Swan. Then you see Clayball trying to set it up, but pass just out in front of Romero, and nothing doing on the second opportunity for Lynchburg. Looking for the insurance score, and it's a high-octane Shenandoah offense, but 2-score advantage against this Lynchburg defense. You may be able to consider that a dagger. Evened up 11 shots for the two sides. Tyre patrols the center of the turf. Gets past 2 defenders. Closing in his Boatwright as a third. Morrison reels in the pass. Defended by Cameron. Cameron there to make the stop. Nice move from Utchase. Finds some space. Gives way to Romero. Looking to get past Jones. A little strong in the last touch. Velasquez wins it for Shenandoah. Whistle on the play. Jones on the restart. Stands in front of Clayball, who gets hit hard on the attempt from Jones, trying to play it into the shooting circle. Good to see Clayball is okay, back up on her feet and working her way towards midfield. But if you're a Shenandoah fan, you're elated at the result of the play. Another penalty corner on its way. 5th of the contest. Short will once again insert. Near side wing is Jones. She's been at the top of the shooting circle all day long, and every insert's gone to her. Here we have a change. Winter instead fields the insert pass. Now dishes over to Jones. Swing and a miss on the shot attempt. And a whistle blown on the play, ending that run for Shenandoah. Sure, Kelsey Jones wants that one back. But now the visiting Hornets will bring numbers forward, apply the press, and try to generate a turnover. Muir trying to clear towards midfield. Velasquez had it for a moment. Romero takes it right back. Now two defenders, one on either side of Romero. Guido, the one to poke it loose. Winter in front of Lamb. Rolls it to midfield. Boatwright collects. Raid McKibben just checked out for Shenandoah. Coach Metzler-Kraft trying to make sure her perhaps most potent offensive player has fresh legs for final few minutes of this contest. Boatwright leaves her pass out in front of Vendricks and will roll harmlessly out of play. And it was Elizabeth Randberger who checked in for McKibben. Hollup finds the stick of Weinfordner. High stick actually made contact with the face of Jones. And has her pass intercepted at midfield. A chase. Trying to play it ahead. Velasquez had to go off her leg. Off the restart. Marlou Vendricks! Up over the right shoulder of Taylor Swan. Make it 3-1 Lynchburg. Second of the day for the freshman, getting her first taste of the postseason. Marlou Vendricks stops, fires, elevates, and bests one of the better keepers in the ODAC, Taylor Swan. 17th of the season for Marlou Vendricks. And now a 2-score advantage for Lynchburg with less than 8.5 to go. And the climb for Shenandoah grows that much steeper. Jones trying to find Morrison, the Lynchburg defense. Going back to the conversations we had in the first half, Lynchburg really controlled the battle for possession at midfield. In this second quarter, that swung in the favor of Shenandoah. But since then, again, it felt like Lynchburg has been the team that more often than not has been able to win those loose balls. And once they get to midfield, formulate more opportunities as a result. Obviously, if that trend continues through the rest of the fourth quarter, it's obviously hard to overcome a 2-goal deficit when you don't have possession. But here's Shenandoah in the attacking third, looking to cut the deficit in half. Pass goes back to Jones after the restart. Plays it through the shooting circle. Closest to it was Lauren Tyre. Two subs looking on for Coach Metzler-Kraft and the visiting Hornets. McKibben looking to check back in, as well as Mackenzie Watkins. Pass comes from Boatwright. Nice job from Lamb, able to settle it down and keep it from going out of play. Shenandoah regains possession, however. Flick towards the near side. No one's home for the visiting Hornets. Instead, it's Riley Weinfordner. Dribbling towards midfield. Plays it ahead. Romero has a step on Hollup. Centers it up. Giannis couldn't make contact, and instead it goes off her foot before Giannis taps it home very nearly. Giannis almost made it a 4-1 Lynchburg lead. All for naught. Instead, back to Shenandoah it goes. Here it is one more time. You see at the very front of that replay, finds that left foot. And then Giannis trying to come away with her 15th of the season. Lynchburg once again controls. And been a major theme here, especially in the second half. Possession hasn't necessarily been totally one-sided, but the edge has certainly been with Lynchburg. Romero versus Hollup once more. Inside the semicircle. Romero rolled it underneath Swan. Backside defender comes up with a massive save to keep it at 3-1. Really nice play made by Madison Short. She's actually done that a couple times now this evening. As Weinfordner on the near sideline. Last touch betrays her, a little too strong. Now it's Shenandoah trying to work up the near sideline. Watkins has it poked out by Muir. Sub on for Lynchburg. Giannis checks out, and in her place comes Megan Mayo. More whistles. Another foul that goes against Lynchburg. Kelsey Jones trying to play it in the semicircle. It's broken up by Utchase. Her 10th start of the season, and Utchase has not disappointed this evening. Vendricks leaves the pass behind. Mayo raced the loose ball. I don't think anybody's going to get to it before it goes out, but now it's losing steam and it actually stays in. Great hustle from Madison Short. Otherwise, if she had given up on that play, I'd have created a one-on-one for Lynchburg against Taylor Swan. Sub waiting to check in for Shenandoah. It's Lauren Tyre looking on for midfield. As Vendricks just in front of Velasquez. Has the pass get past Guido. Reeled in by Mayo. Hollup buys the Shenandoah defense just enough time to get numbers back. Short in front of Weinfordner. No space. Attempts to clear. Foul goes against Lynchburg and Weinfordner. 4 minutes and counting in regulation. And if the score holds, as you see Vendricks dribble it off the stick. Can't make it full into the attacking third, but Clayball able to pick up where Vendricks left off, trying to split two defenders, then tripped up on her way towards the cage. Nonetheless, back to my original point, Lynchburg, if the score holds, will have to wait till 7 o'clock to see if they'll host. If Roanoke wins, then we'll see you here on Saturday at Schellenberger Field, and a rematch between the Maroons and the Lynchburg Hornets. All while, if Washington and Lee prevails, the number 1 seed in the postseason tournament field, then Lynchburg will head to Lexington, Virginia for the title contest. Morrison looking to slip away. Whistle goes against Lynchburg. Jones finds Lanahan out in front. Weinford, the closest defender. Now switches with Muir. Cameron also in the vicinity. Pass comes from the end line, centered up, and Morrison couldn't get a stick on it. Or at least couldn't get a clean redirect to test Brady. Jones stopped on her way to the shooting circle. Another foul that goes against Lynchburg. Pass goes back to Velasquez. Inside the shooting circle. Chipped wide left to Frame. It was going to be a tough angle for McKibben to try to get a clean shot off. And realistically, if she's able to get it towards Brady, likely a stop the junior can make. Romero crosses left in front of Velasquez. Jones, the backside defender. Whistle goes against Romero, showcases some frustration, but less than 2 minutes to go in regulation. The player trying to bottle that up, and then you can voice any irritations post-game. To your teammates, of course. Don't go to the referees. Jones has here cleared, taken away by Claybaugh. The grad student pulled up on the shot and found the top of the ball. Slow roller moves wide right of the cage. But just 80 seconds left in regulation, and again, it'll be Lynchburg heading on to the ODAC title contest, right where they were a season back. Lynchburg ultimately makes it to the NCAA tournament via an at-large bid. But last season, they avenged a regular season loss to Shenandoah, took down the Hornets 3-1. That was in Shenandoah in Winchester, Virginia. But same score here with 66 seconds to go. We'll have another penalty corner for Lynchburg. And then it was Lynchburg and Washington and Lee in the conference championship, played in Lexington, Virginia. 3-1 final verdict there, with the Generals edging out the Lynchburg Hornets for the conference tournament title. So a lot of history repeating itself. So we get set for penalty corner number 3 of the day. Make that number 4 of the day for Lynchburg. Cameron takes the shot. Stopped by Swan. Cleared, at least for a moment, by Shenandoah. It stays inside the shooting circle. Vendrick's looking for the hat trick. Denied. Ball still live. Now a whistle. Ends the opportunity there for Lynchburg. This time it didn't look like it was Knight as the backside defender. Maybe Hollop is who kept us at the 3-1 score we have now. Vendricks takes it away from Lenahan. Then finds the foot of Guido. Clock stops with 27.7 to go, and Lynchburg will be given yet another penalty corner. Now a chance to just extend the already 2-goal advantage. From clay ball, insert goes to Vendricks. Worked around the top of the shooting circle to Cameron. Then the shot taken by Boatwright. Second opportunity comes from Weinforder and misses left of the cage. 10 seconds to go. The buzzer sounds and Lynchburg is headed back to the ODAC Championship contest. They'll either host against Roanoke or head to Lexington, Virginia for the second time in as many years to take on the Generals and will look for revenge. Meanwhile, Shenandoah has their season, at least for this moment, come to a close. The ODAC does feel like a team that may field 3 bids for the NCAA tournament. As the number 18 team in the country, Shenandoah falls in the ODAC semifinals for the second consecutive season at the hands of Coach Enza Steele and the Lynchburg Hornets. We'll give you some final thoughts and we'll get you out of here. Despite this result, I hope today showcased how good of a team Shenandoah is. You see Lynchburg celebrating on the other end of the turf, but the Shenandoah Hornets are a top 20 team in the country for a reason. They're top scoring offense in the land, almost 6 goals per contest, and Coach Spencer Kraft has just done a fantastic job over her 10-year tenure now, and I can only see this team getting better and better and building upon the success they've had the last couple of seasons. Last year, they finally get into the national ranking conversation. This year, basically lived in the top 20 for a majority of the season, and now they'll wait and see perhaps an at-large bid in their future. Meanwhile, Lynchburg, the number 19 team in the country, not far behind, survive and advance. They lost in the regular season to Shenandoah. It was the first time Lynchburg lost at home against the Shenandoah Hornets, and they get their revenge and then some, taking down the visiting Hornets 3-1. And now, again, they'll wait and see. Will they host against Roanoke or will they be on the road against Washington and Lee? We all wait till 7 o'clock when that contest gets underway. I want to say thank you, everybody, for spending some time with us on your Thursday afternoon. I'd like to give a shout out to my director, Tim LeDuc, and the rest of our fantastic LHSN broadcast crew. My name's TJ Wingard, and until next time, we are signing off.